All right, this is Sean Mooney, case number 2513610FH. He's here for sentencing. The prosecution and defense was the pre-sentence investigation report Tommy made available to you.
It was, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Frisbee, have you had the opportunity to read the report and discuss it with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Do you have any additions, corrections, or challenges?
No, I do not.
Is there anything that you'd like to say on his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. The recommendations for time served as of today, he's done quite a bit of time, because he had wanted to go to trial initially, but some of the issues that we had with defenses had kind of deteriorated, so we ended up plea. He does plan on living with his sister. She lives right here in White Cloud. There's no issues that I can identify that would be a problem with that. There's no felons living there. That would be a good support system for him. He plans on applying for disability. He has a brain tumor that maybe can be operated on. We're not really sure. He's just need to follow up with his neurologist and the brain surgeon once he is released. There's also a possibility, if he's not granted a disability, that he could do some light work with his own brother, who's a subcontractor. But he does have plans, to stay active once he's out of here. He does miss his family, obviously. He's been a model prisoner. He hasn't had any issues since he's been incarcerated. I'm sure they would make him a trustee if he had to do any additional time. He has been attending church regularly and seeing CMH. He has spoken with the minister. They've been talking about, they've explored some church-related programs that he could be participated in once he's released that would continue with the sobriety and all that sort of thing. This was a domestic violence case, not a drug-related one. But anyway, he dissolving the relationship between him and his wife Paula that would be likely the victim in this matter. They are, he misses his kids, but he needs to dissolve that marriage in order to continue to be a productive member of society. But I think this recommendation that is for time served is appropriate in this situation, and we would respectfully request that the court grant that.
All right, Mr. Mooney, have you had the opportunity to read the report and discuss it with Ms. Frisbee?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any additions, corrections, or challenges?
No, I don't, sir.
Anything that you want the court to consider?
Ms. Frisbee was mistaken in the disability. I've already applied. I have a lawyer. There's a hearing pending with the administrative law judge, and that's pending my release. My lawyer has had that adjourned several times, and so I'm just waiting to hear back from that. And I'm to the understanding that I can work so many hours, and my brothers are willing to get back to work. Since I've been found as a liability to the workplace, so I've lost several jobs because of that, and that's what I put in the disability. I would like to be able to put in some gainful activity if possible, but I do have a team of neurologists, and I've talked to a neurosurgeon, and I've talked to ENT specialists, and it's in a place that they don't want to operate, but they don't want to fix something that's not broken right now. But I've got a rare brain disorder because of the tumor. So.
He is right, Aaron. I have spoken with a Social Security attorney, and that's not working here. So, but I have spoken with him several times and relayed messages to Mr. Mooney. So he does have a Social Security attorney.
Yeah, the report indicated that he's applied but denied he was going through the appeal process.
Yes. And I'm sorry for the burden and cost that this has put on victims, my family, and society, and I'm looking forward to getting back out there to make things right. And I'd love to give my kids a hug and see them, and ready to get back out there and be a productive person in society.
So what specific steps have you identified that will allow you to do that?
Well, through the church services that I'm looking to get into, and CMH, and I was going to counseling prior to coming in here, and I was making some positive steps there. There's a lot of work. I do have some mental issues that I've been working on, and I'm going to keep working towards that, and small steps, but I'm going to keep working towards that. And
Going to quit drinking alcohol?
I think that's probably a good idea.
How many of your criminal offenses were committed while you were consuming alcohol?
I've got 2 minors in possessions and Alcohol's not really a go-to, but when I do drink, I drink a lot at one time. That's a big issue, and I don't control myself very well. I realize that. And
So number one, if you want to stay out of jail, you want to make it to probation, quit drinking alcohol, right?
Yes, sir.
If you're using alcohol to self-medicate for other issues, address those other issues
Definitely.
with community mental health, right?
Yes, sir.
Anything else that you want to say, sir?
No, sir.
Mr. Walbert, any additions, corrections, or challenges?
No, Your Honor,
Anything that you want the court to consider?
not an additional.
All right, the court recognizes that the advisory guidelines would suggest a sentence between 0 and 17 months. The court's going to exercise no discretion since consistent with the advisory guidelines, consistent with the plea agreement in this case. The sentence, the court spends 252 days in jail. Credit for 252 days that have already been served. There was a $68 state cost assessment to $130 crime victims' rights fund fee. The court's going to place them on probation for 2 years. There's a $30 per month probation oversight fee for regular probation, $60 a month for track monitoring and tether. The condition of your probation is that you are to have no verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with Paula Mooney or Cynthia Vanderstel, either directly or through another person. You must not be within 500 feet of their residence, school, or place of employment. If you do that, and if it's proven, it's a probation violation, and I will send you to prison. You understand that?
Understood.
So if either one of those people call you up and say, hey, I miss you, come on over. No, I can't do it. I'll go to jail. The court will give you 60 days from your release from jail to pay your financial assessments. You do have the right to make application for the clear conviction sentence. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will appoint an attorney to represent you on the appeal. Request for a lawyer must be filed with the court within 42 days.
Straight over the
This is case number 2413444FH. Mr. Prus is here after requesting summons for a probation violation. And Mr. Prus, did you receive a copy of that request and summons for probation violation?
Yes,
Did you read it?
yes,
Did you understand it?
yes,
Did you go over it with Ms. Frisbee?
yeah, it's now.
All right. Did you also receive, did you receive a probation violation arraignment advice of rights form?
Yeah,
Well, he signed a circuit court plea advice of rights form. Not a probation violation. Arraignment advice of
Gotta
rights.
be the wrong one.
Way to go, Mr. Muskin. All right, Mr. Chris, why don't you take a minute and read that over, okay?
Sorry, Your Honor. I didn't want to look at it. I just took it here for you and it should be. Right, you ready?
yeah.
Okay, sure. Just sign it out, right?
All right, Ms. Frisbee, do you waive the formal reading of the request and summons for probation violation?
Yes, Your Honor, I will.
All right. So just kind of a summary, Mr. Prus, is that the allegations here are that you were placed on probation in this court for the 10-year felony offense of possession of methamphetamine. Do you understand that?
Yes,
All of these alleged violations are alleged to have occurred on September 29, 2025. There's both technical violations alleged and non-technical violations. They're accusing you of possessing alcoholic beverages, being in possession of drug paraphernalia, failing to report contact with police. Those are the non-technical violations. Do you understand that?
yeah, I don't understand it, but yeah, I read it.
You understand that's what they're accusing you of?
Yeah,
All right. So then the non-technical violations all allege a violation of condition number 1, that you're not violating any criminal law. And on that same date, they allege that you violated criminal law by driving a motor vehicle without a valid license, driving a motor vehicle without a valid plate, driving a motor vehicle without insurance, and basically transporting open alcohol. Do you understand the allegations that they're raising in those counts?
no, I'm not good.
Well, I didn't ask you if you're guilty or not. I asked you if you understood what they're accusing you of.
Yeah, I understand what it
All right. What plea does he want to enter, Ms. Frisbee?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, we'll enter a not guilty plea for him. And Mr. Prus, did you want to be represented by an attorney in this case?
Yeah,
Did you plan on hiring one?
I don't know. I don't have any money.
Okay. Have you been working, sir?
No, I'm on disability.
How much disability do you have?
I get $1,200 a month.
Okay. Do you have any money saved up?
No,
Do you have any assets?
no. They took them. County took them last month. Last time I was in jail, the county took my house.
Okay. All right. Well, the court does find that you are indigent. The Indigent Defense Commission would appoint Christine Frisbee to represent you in this case. The next thing we need to do is discuss bond. And Ms. Frisbee, anything that you want the court to consider in setting a bond?
Mr. Cruz is pretty good about attending court. I know I've represented him in the past. He looks really good today. He's got his hair's nice, his beard, he's dressed well. I mean, I think he's doing pretty good from what I remember representing him before. Your Honor, he did appear today. You know, it's obviously he's in a wheelchair. It's difficult for him to get around to come, but he did, and he was on time. I would respectfully request that the appear bond continue to be in effect.
All right. Mr. Welburn, anything that you want the court to consider?
Nothing that the court's not already aware of, and I will defer to the court. I think they have the same information we have.
All right, Mr. Mussman, anything that you want the court to consider?
Well, Your Honor, the agent has to go out to his house every month because he doesn't have a vehicle anymore. And he's limited on mobility, as you can see, so the agent goes out to his house. He hasn't been drug tested since he transferred to Muskegon. The agent has not drug tested him. Because he goes out to his house, he says, I will not drug test him there for safety reasons. He's not attending counseling either.
So we've got somebody on probation for possession of methamphetamine, and it's been more than a year since he's been on probation. He hasn't been drug tested once.
I drug tested him 2, 4, 5 times, Your Honor, before we transferred to Muskegon.
Before he transferred. Okay.
And he tested positive twice for meth, once in November and once in December of 2024.
Okay.
So it's been a while, but he hasn't been tested since March.
Okay. How would if you were drug tested, how would it turn out?
I do no drug test. I'm not doing any drug. I'll do a drug test for you today.
Okay. All right, yeah, we'll do it since we have Mr. Mussman here and you're here in our county. We can allow you drug tested. All right. All right. All right. Well, since he did appear and I guess hasn't had any positive drug tests for a while, but he hasn't had any drug tests for a while. The court will grant the person recognizance bond. Now, if you test positive for controlled substances, you're going to jail.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. So we need to set a probation violation hearing date, and we'll set that for January 27th at 10:50. You need to go, Mr. Mussman, take a drug test as long as you test clean. See you back here in